Greetings, and may God's peace continue to be upon you. The American government is hypocritical and offensive to Christians, in particular black Christians. Today, the Supreme Court reached a verdict where the federal government will protect homosexuals in the workplace. They reached a verdict by citing Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which was intended to protect people from discrimination because of their race, religion, national origin, or sex. And most of these things, it had to do with your humanity. And you really didn't have a choice, a natural choice in the matter, such as your race. As of lately, I have not known anyone that can choose which race they are born in. I have yet to see a baby, an unborn baby, tell its parents which country or geographical location it wants to be born. Unless there has been an app made recently that babies can use, I have no knowledge of any baby that can select whether it wants to be male or female while in the womb. Religion on the surface may be a choice, but in most geographical locations, certain religions are adhered to, and you have no choice but to adhere to the religion of your mother and father. Most of us are Christians or Muslim because our parents were Christian or Muslims. Being homosexual is a choice. And it is a choice comparable to or akin to fornicating and adultery. The Bible prohibits fornication. It prohibits adultery, and it prohibits homosexuality. If there is a difference between fornication and adultery and homosexuality, the difference is this: that when you're involved in fornication, you know that you are involved in the act that is prohibited by God. When you are in an adulterous relationship, you know that you are in an activity prohibited by God. And in most cases, you're gonna feel guilty, repent, and if you are sincere, you're not going to do it again. However, homosexuals don't see anything wrong with what they're doing, and in fact, they are petitioning the government for rights and privileges under acts and amendments that were originally intended to grant black people more rights within this society. But again, as we know, America is hypocritical. And the hypocrisy of what they are doing is now they're saying that if you're a man and you want to behave as a woman or act as a woman and, copulate with men, it's okay. And, no one, no Christian or any moral-minded person can say anything about it because the United States government got your back. If you want to be a sissy, if you want to copulate out your anus, we got your back. Nobody better not say nothing to you. But as Christians, in particular black Christians, we know that this is prohibited by God. Common sense dictates, and knowledge of the Bible illustrates that man to man sex as well as woman to woman sex is unnatural. Has anyone, and if you have, please comment. Give me a notation in the comment. Has anyone ever seen a young bug born that said he was supposed to be a cow? I mean, have you ever passed the farm and seen one stallion trying to hump another stallion? Just think about it, man. We getting crazy with it. But again, none of us are in a seat of judgment, because we have all sinned and come short of the glory of God. But the thing about it is, when you know what you have done and you admit it, then you're opening the door for that mercy and that grace. If you never admit you're wrong and repent, that's the recipe. Not only do you have to admit that you're wrong, you have to make an effort not to return to that wrong. But what was originally intended, one, it says race, religion, national origin, or sex, meaning male or female. See, women used to be discriminated, so they needed that Civil Rights Act. People that were not born in America were discriminated against. People of different religions were discriminated against. And of course, if you're black, that you were discriminated against. That was the original. Now, the hypocritical, demonic government, which the Supreme Court is a part of your government, has expanded the Civil Rights Act to include homosexuals. Homosexuals didn't need to be included because they're human beings. It's getting crazy out here. And people who believe in the Bible, people who call themselves Christians, people who want to do right, are becoming a minority. You have a group of Christians nowadays that are seeking to integrate with society, therefore they are accepting homosexuality. And that's perfectly good. But tell the truth and shame the devil. The God of the Bible, Jesus Christ, did not accept homosexuality. No, we're not condemning anybody. We're not judging anybody. We're talking about an act that is prohibited, just like fornication, idolatry, and adultery. You have to repent from idolatry. You have to repent from fornication. You have to repent from adultery. And you have to repent from homosexuality. As simple as that. Peace be upon you, and think about that. Christians stand up for Christians. Black people stand up for black people.